Evidence of bountiful resources can still be found along sections of the Belizean Barrier Reef. But both environmentalists and fishermen agree traditional, commercially viable product numbers are down. Part of the response from the conservation community has been to educate Belizeans and visitors alike with basic information.
What are the different seasons? What is the legal size for products? Things like this. I mean, and I think that is the basis of the fisheries industry in Belize, and I've never heard anything about that. So I think that most people should be educated about these things, because a lot of people, even the people that own restaurants and stuff like that, they're still holding on to vague information about these things.
According to Sean Fox, a special enforcement officer with the Southern Environmental Association, a number of fishermen are breaking the rules to make money.
Most of the excuse for that is that, you know, things are tough. That's one of the biggest excuses we get. And, you know, we find that you can actually see that, you know, because you find, or we've seen that over the years that the product has become less and less, and then the sizes have gotten smaller and smaller as the years go by.
Honestly, I don't think a lot of them is well educated enough to understand what they're doing and the damage they're causing on the natural resources here in this country.
Arthur Westby is the Protected Areas Director of the Southern Environmental Association. Part of his job is to help everyone understand why conservation and protection initiatives are tantamount.
The first thing they need to do is start educating people more more nationwide, not just in villages, but nationwide, of what the impacts are on the fishing that they're doing, the type of fishing that they're doing, and the different ways that we could help maintain what we have, the resources that we have, so it could last a lifetime instead of 10 years or so. We need to get more information out about what we're trying to save, what we're trying to do especially, and the cause of what we're doing. For instance, if we have fishermen out there that knows they're doing something illegal but don't know the long-term effect of what it's going to cause, then it doesn't make any sense. If we give them the laws, they don't follow it because they need some extra money. I think there's a lot of things that we can do.
One of the things happening on the Placencia Peninsula is an innovative initiative using seaweed.
It's a special seaweed that you can eat. Actually, it's very healthy. It's not the red seaweed that floats along the beach. It will be planted and roped off the bottom, and then it grows like within six months. It's supposed to be ready for harvesting.
Whether you call it seaweed, seamoss, or by its scientific name, various species of this marine plant have been harvested regionally since the 1970s. Efforts were largely inspired by labor-intensive, low-cost methods developed in the Pacific region.
People have been doing it for a while, but they are not doing it in a sustainable way, right? They're just going to Glovers, pick it, dry it, sell it, but they're not replanting. This is a sustainable way for an alternative livelihood for fishermen. You know? It was done in St. Lucia, and it's very successful there, so we think it would be successful here as well.
According to chairman of the Placencia Fishermen's Cooperative, Sidney Lopez Jr., the idea is to start small, using 15 traditional lobster fishermen in the pilot project at a test site off Little Water Key. Do you think this is the future, that we have to go into different avenues?
Yeah, this is one of the ways, because each year we see a decline, especially in lobster, and an increase in fishing pressure from the guys over in Honduras, Guatemala. So it's a very good way to go to ease the pressure of fishing.
The budding seaweed cultivators have applied for funding for the first phase of the project, money they hope to have in hand by the end of 2010 to buy the necessary equipment like ropes and buoys. While there are no guarantees that the project will be successful, Lopez says the potential financial benefits alone are worth the risk.
It's like 25 Belize for a pound right now in the village. So it's very economical for the locals if they get into it. No? It's even better than the lobster price right now.
Seaweed has long been pegged as a superfood, an excellent source of nutrients such as protein and iodine. In Belize, seaweed is mainly used to make drinks and shakes, And as Magda at the shack on the Placencia Peninsula showed us, the recipe is simple.
We use the boiled seaweed. It turns into like a gelatin when we boil it. You boil for like maybe 15 minutes. Not put too much of this because it will get too thick. Won't be able to drink it.
That satisfying response is why business owners like Magda say they'll support the seaweed farming project.
Good for me and good for them.
And it's not hard work for you to change it from this to this?
Oh, no. You soak it for like 10 minutes, boil it for like 15 minutes, and it keeps in the refrigerator for like a month, you know, and it keeps dry forever. So you don't lose with it. You don't lose. You know, maybe this is going to give me like 10 smoothies, you know, 10 seaweed drinks, and that is going to be what, $60? This is like maybe 3 ounces of seaweed. That is like, it's $25 a pound. So I see the profit in it.
A moneymaker, delicious, and according to the experts, nutritious too.
Once people are aware that, that the natural seaweed does have health benefits, then I think it will become more of a wanted product. Right now it's sort of a niche market, but I think overseas there's more people recognizing the benefits with cosmetics, with actual nutritional benefits and things like that. So we'll have to be working in the future to highlight these aspects to local consumers in Belize.
For marine biologist Lisa Karn, seaweed farming is an important first step in finding alternative livelihood as well as health food opportunities for Belizeans.
For example, conch farming is something that we could easily begin doing here in Belize. There is one that exists in the Turks and Caicos, and we can definitely learn from what they're doing, do what we like, throw out what we don't like, what they're doing, and that would be one of my first goals, is to see several mariculture products get started up.
While seaweed may prove to be a sweet solution to a section of Belize's fishing industry woes, both experts and fishermen agree there will be no quick or easy fixes. But projects like seaweed farming certainly illustrate the kind of creative approaches that need to be taken to strike a balance between supporting fisher folk and sustaining the environment. For more information on how you can support local conservation and protection efforts for Belize's marine resources, please contact Healthy Reefs for Healthy People at www.healthyreefs.org.